Hello, hello. Happy Tuesday. Okay, we're in the second half of March. We are coming up. This is the last week, right? We've got 7+ days at the end of the month. We are totally going to talk about end of the month stuff as well. But today was payday. Drop in the chat if you made anything. Don't tell me what you made. Did you get a paycheck? Did you, did you get something? Are you thriving for free? Have you hit a repeat? Just drop some good. What's going on this week coming to end of the month? I asked Megan to be on. Katie and I are going to like jump in and do some things after, but I asked Megan to be on, and she is on vacation with her family. So she is working this in, which is so perfect because I wanted her to talk about working in the nooks and crannies. Because when I started this, I was still at the salon. The boys were both racing. They were 8 and 11. We had so much going on that I really did work this in the nooks and crannies. It really was 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there. Oh, this 5 minutes became 15 minutes. And then, nope, gotta go. Set boundaries. Okay, go be with my family. Okay. We tag team a lot on our nights because most of our calls back then were in the evenings. We didn't even have Zooms. Am I frozen? Can y'all still hear me?
You're good.
I need to turn off. It's weird. My Wi-Fi back here in the office, even though it has an extender, doesn't always like me. But anyway, okay. But Jason and I would tag team. Like it was time for a team call or time for a corporate call. He would go like get the boys, make sure they were showering and doing everything they needed to do. He would do, prayers and all that. And then I would come in and I would mute while somebody was talking on my call. And I would come in and do that and come back. Like wasn't missing anything, but we tag teamed. We had family meetings. We talked about the fact that I was able to pay for things for the boys, but hey, need to help as a family, right? So Megan is truly doing all of that. And I just wanted y'all to hear from somebody new that's doing it in the now. Megan, kind of share with us what I think you have a full-time job.
Yes, so I
Okay.
am a nurse. I'm a charge nurse. So I work what's a 0.75, so it's 60 hours every 2 weeks. So I work 2 to 3 days on, and I have a couple days off. And I work every third weekend where I'm gone Friday to Sunday. Work out in the morning. I start my days at 4:30 in the morning. I'm gone till 8 o'clock at night.
So, okay, yes. So, kind of share with us then what you're doing, how you're managing. Because I think a lot of times people think, I don't have time to work another business. I said that, y'all. I don't have time to do 2 hour time blocks, and that's not what you're doing. That I don't even do that now. Like, I don't know that I could set my brain to 2 hours of just thrive. So, kind of share with us and walk through how are you working this business in your day? How are you reaching out to new people? How are you following up with people? How are you bringing in new people?
Yeah, absolutely. So every day is a little bit of like I said, my schedule is not consistent every day, and I'm sure like many of your lives too. It's not this going to be the same thing every single day. So I kind of just work it in where it works. So I wake up right away in the morning. I always make a post or a story, usually both. If I need to, I may schedule that ahead of time. So that's kind of the first thing I do, just to kind of get my face out there and get people on my feed or people look at my stories. So I start the day that way. I try and post a minimum of 3 times, and I kind of switch it up what it's going to be. I try and do, transformations. I try and do obviously things that aren't Thrive related to. So my page isn't completely Thrive. But then I also do reels, I do interactive posts. But really, ultimately, when it comes down to finding time, I just make time for it. So if I may have 5 minutes between the time that I'm leaving the gym and I'm getting to work, When I sit in my car, I might have 5 minutes. I'm going to send out a couple messages, or I'm going to, make a post or something. Like I just did my workout. So I'm going to make a post about my workout. I get to work. My first break, I get two 15-minute breaks and I get a 30 minute. Can you hear me okay? I just want to make sure because I have my beats in because my kids on a movie right now. So on my breaks, I utilize those and I will just, follow up with people. If I have new customers, I do birthday reach outs during those times. Even on my lunch break, I'm just eating and just, working it in there. So those are on the days that I work. On the days that I don't work, I'm usually, running the kids around, going to the gym, running my errands, and same thing. I have, I'll be honest, when I first started Thrive and people were doing the voice clips and stuff, I was like, oh man, this is weird. But I utilize it all the time. It is so much faster. Even my husband's like, why are you doing like, because it saves me so much time. So that is also a way that I get back to people very quickly because I literally, I'm going to kind of quote Siobhan here. I live in Messenger. It is where you can do all the posting on your page and everything, but unless you're actually interacting with those people, a lot of them aren't, they don't have a lot of confidence to reach out, or they don't even know what they want to reach out about, right? So getting in their messenger, I do that through birthday reach outs. I'll do, if I see somebody wearing a dress I like, I'll message them, hey, where'd you get your dress? I love it. Just to not only get that algorithm going, but also show them like, you care about them as a person and you're interested as a person. So as I'm, doing for my own social media scrolling, if I do see something like that, I try and add them into my network, basically. Also, I will say that I am trying to utilize this more, but using your upline. So right now I'm on vacation. I have brought Siobhan into several, because she got me to Thrive, several chats because I'm like, I'm going to be really busy. I want to make sure that I do have family time, but I'm also putting time into my business. So, I'm going to be gone for this time. Can you help this out? And she actually helped me flip somebody to a promoter today. So thank you, Siobhan. Because we were leaving Alabama, dropped my husband at the airport. Now I'm here alone with my kids, and I'm squeezing this in because it is important to me. I think ultimately, when something is important to you, you find time for it. So all my downtime is kind of Thrive related. I'll put my phone away for a little bit, and then I will hang out with my kids for a while, or I'll tell them, "Hey, mommy needs 5 minutes to help somebody with something. I'll be right back." So yeah, I don't block out a lot of time either. It's bits here and there. Planner. So being organized, I will say I'm not the most organized person in the world. I am learning. So utilizing notes in my phone, but then also my planner. I've been lately, when I have a new customer, I'll write down when they ordered. So I make sure to check in when they are going to get their delivery. I like to send that out to them so that they have the tracking number and then know when they're getting that. So I'm saying, okay, your delivery is there. You're going to start tomorrow. Here's a reminder how to use the system. And then I will check in with them that first or second day. Hey, how's it going? And just really provide that customer service aspect, but just being more organized about it too. If I have people I need to follow up with, like if I send out a birthday message and they sound interested, I've been lately for birthday messages offering a free product, especially with this $50 promo. I say, hey, I can get you a free product. If they say, yeah, that sounds great, but then, sometimes they go silent for a little bit, making sure I'm following up with those people. I think, and then just like you had mentioned, Amber, utilizing my husband. In the beginning, I will say he was a little apprehensive about me doing this. He didn't get it for a long time until I got him on the My GLP for a little bit, and he kind of like understood it more. But then also he's seeing me, make this money and help pay for these different things. So he is really realizing that this is something that's important and it's working for us. So he knows, hey, I have a business call meeting or I need to jump on a Zoom tonight. And he's like, yep, I got it. No worries. So also really, I guess, verbalizing and utilizing your partners if you have anybody in your life that can help you out with that time. I feel like I spoke a lot.
I love that. No, you did great. You did great. I do love that because I will say, and I have preached this for a long time, um, especially like as our kids were younger, right? Family meetings, and just being like, hey, like, because just because right now y'all have a certain plan doesn't mean that that's not going to need to be reassessed in
Mhm.
6 months or a year when your team gets bigger and bigger. So we would always, I kept everybody in my family in the loop, right? Like I was like, okay, but we did have non-negotiables, and I think Megan and I, we kind of voiced this the other day. I had non-negotiables, like, because it's the things I want my kids to see and mimic. When we sat down at the dinner table, no phones at the dinner table. Not even mommy running her business. Like we, it was like this is I set it down and we have dinner. And then I'm answering messages and things like that. So whatever non-negotiables works for your family, and you're gonna figure it out. One thing Maria used to say is like when her kids were on the track or on the field that she wasn't answering her phone, she wasn't responding to messages. But like, let's say her daughter was running track. Well, there's like seven other events in between when her daughter runs and when she runs again. So she's like, I can be on my phone then, I can answer messages then. Same with me with motocross, especially in the beginning, we were out so much. I was doing three-way calls from the track. Everybody could hear a dirt bike in the background. But if he was on the track, my phone was down. My phone was in my pocket. My phone. So those are the things that when people say, well, I'm always on my phone, I don't have time for my family. I'm like, that means you're not setting boundaries with your phone. Like, set the boundaries, know when you can and can't. I know Katie teaches, like she homeschools, and there's a day out of the week that she has to go teach at the school or whatever co-op or whatever they do. She can correct me. But that she's like, I'm not available then. But I also wanted to say, so one thing, Megan, with you doing the three-way chats and getting Siobhan involved, here is something I want all of you to remember and take note. Third party validation works. It works. It works. It works. It works. And then the reason that is something that that's going to do right now, everybody that Megan is putting in contact with Siobhan is going to see, oh my gosh, this is so easy to just, she connected me with her friend. Her friend told me this, and they're helping me together. I can connect people to Megan. I could probably do this promoter thing too, versus, gosh, Megan gets back to me with every question I have. She's so smart. I have zero time to learn everything she's learned. But when they see how easy it is to connect and have a team to help each other, they're more likely going to be open to the idea of promoting because it seems, hey, I can do that too, versus I could never learn all the things she just told me. So, Megan, is there anything else? Okay, we've got VIP resets. We have the QV. If you're selling promoter packs, you're getting double QV. 100% daily PPA match on credit. So if you have $100 new order and they spend $50 in credits, you're getting $50 in credit match. If you have $100 new order and they don't spend any credits, you're getting $100 in credits match the following day. So, what are you utilizing this? How are you using the credits you're earning in all of your resets?
I use the credits obviously for my own Thrive, and it's been able to help me, try different plus line things, but also really help people work into their budget. With the $50 off right now for new customers, my main thing that I'm getting in a lot of people's inboxes and have been having success with is the birthday messages. I stopped doing them for a little bit, and I would just reach out saying, "Hey, do you want a free sample?" But with this, I'm like, "Hey, you can get a free product," and we have a template that has like the fitness guru, and it has like three different of our plus line products. So I have like four of those that I'll send people. I'll start out slow, like, "Hey, happy birthday, are you doing anything to celebrate?" And then they'll tell me, and I'll say, "Well, I would love to offer you a free product from, my health and wellness company. Here's a few options. Tell me what are your goals, and I can help you customize what or help you pick out what would be best." And then they'll tell me, "Oh, you know what? I could use more energy and help with this." So like, then I will say, well, I would recommend this, or what my best offer, or what I think would work best for you. And then I'll try and, get them on the My GLP or the three-step system and say, this is going to help meet all of your goals versus just one of your goals. And I've had several sales off of that. And, I can still help them out with more credits to work into their budget if needed. But otherwise, a lot of people are like, no, actually, yeah, that sounds really good.
I love it. I love it. So I know sometimes people have gotten a little burnt out on birthday messages because you feel like, oh, nobody's responding to me. But guys, switch it up. Like, switch up your birthday messages. Utilize what Megan is talking about. It doesn't have to be about a sample pack or getting a, I used to be like, oh, for your birthday, I'm giving you $50 off your order. And people are like, oh, woohoo. Like, oh, you want me to spend money for my birthday? Like just switch it up and try some different things. When it comes to birthdays, I love some people have started like sending birthday messages a day before or a day after because on the day of they're being inundated, with messages and stuff. So see what works for you. Put it to a test. Okay,
I
Megan.
say too, we had one
Yes.
person on our team too who also did a birthday message. She kind of used, a little like kind of tweaked my kind of script that I use. But yes, I do kind of change it up depending on what the situation is. But she had a person say, "Oh my gosh, that is the only thing that anybody has offered or has given me for my birthday." So that like made their day to hear that. So you might actually be making somebody's day just by offering them that. I thought that
I
was really
love
cool.
that.
Yeah.
Aw, that makes me like, oh, okay, that's so awesome. Guys, remember, people and it's just people want to receive things, people want to be invited, all the things. So just remember that. And remember too, like invite them to learn about your health and wellness business. Invite them to learn about your product. Like people want to be asked. I know a lot of times we think, oh, people don't want to know or don't want me to bug them, but just you're not bugging them. You're letting them know you have something that helped you feel really good. Go back to your beginning of your Thrive experience. Okay, Megan, I know that you're with the boys, and you're doing this all by yourself right now in a hotel room. So I will go ahead. You can mute out if you stay on. If you think of anything else, jump in. I'm going to hand it over to Katie. Guys, if you have any questions, drop it in the chat. And if Megan's still here, we can ask her. Katie, is there anything you wanted to ask Megan real quick off of what she was talking about? You're muted.
Hi. Anyways, no, I don't want to ask for anything. I just do want to just reiterate what she said, like time blocking, the best of your ability. Like no one is sitting down. Even people as me as a stay-at-home mom, I'm not sitting down and time blocking 2 hours. Like, she works full time or she's worked whatever you called it, where you're like 60 hours every 2 weeks, whatever it's called. But I'm still busy. Like stay-at-home moms, I mean, that's a job too. We homeschool. I teach at the co-op twice a week, and so even the person that stays home, we don't always have time to just block out 2 hours, but we do set boundaries. No phones at the dinner table. Hey, mommy's working right now. And I also do include my kids. Like we make our dream boards at the end of every year. We open up our dream board Zoom to everybody, and we make dream boards together. And my daughter was in here with me helping me print stuff out. And I'll tell her like when I went to Elevate, she was like, oh mom, do you have to go? And I said, honey, like we're going to Costa Rica this summer. Like, it's not free. And so I'll tell her, hey, do you want to do this? Or do you like your passes to the museum? And we got our season passes. She's like, yeah. I'm like, do you want to go to the amusement park? Like, this is why I'm doing this for you. And so I include them with that. So they're not just like, oh, mom's working, but they know I'm working towards something for them and for our family. And so that helps a lot. And I feel like when I say that to them, it also makes them not climb up my butt as much when they see me working, because they're like, oh, she's working for our dairy, like our season passes for the amusement park. Like she knows. And so we do include them with that. Birthday messages will also boost people into your algorithms. It'll kind of cross your guys' algorithms. I had a girl message me the other day and she was like, she asked for information about the business and she goes, I don't know who you are or how we connected, but ever since you told me happy birthday, you're all over my page. What do you do? And if that's not like validation there to get in the messenger and tell people happy birthday, but more than that, try to get a conversation flowing. What are you doing? How are you celebrating? If you know them personally, how are the kids? How's your new job? Hey, hope your kids are feeling better. I saw they were sick. Create that conversation, because millions are made in the messenger. People ask me all the time, they're like, how are you closing all these people left and right? It's like, I'm talking to people. You're not seeing the behind the scenes where I am reaching out. I am bold messaging. I am following up. I am creating conversations with people. I'm in my messenger all day, on and off, in the nooks and crannies.
I want to interrupt really quick just because I want, and Megan said this, and Siobhan says this, and I say this, and you say this, that we live in our messenger. And Megan, will you drop your birthday message verbiage in the chat, what you send to them? But
I'll even tell y'all too,
Yeah,
like the messages
I
that
will
I
try and
send.
figure that out because I'm like on my iPad
oh,
versus here. So I
okay.
will try and figure it
If
out.
not,
But
you can message it to me and
okay.
I'll drop it somewhere, put it in the thing, whatever. But Katie, the reason I interrupted is because I want people to know, because a lot of times I've learned over the years that people think that we're saying Thrive, like we're in Messenger only about Thrive and we're only having Thrive conversations. And how do we bring up Thrive and how do we talk? No, we're having conversations to one, boost the algorithm, to two, create a relationship so people know we're not a robot or a cringy seller or anything else. Conversations. And so that may be like Katie will see stuff in stories, right? About somebody else homeschooling or something they did or homemade volcano gone wrong or whatever, right? And she'll respond in that because it goes into their messenger and she'll say, "Oh my gosh, we made that same mistake," or "Oh, I love homeschooling for us. I love this book set we use," or the blah blah blah, right? Be a human in Messenger and get in conversations because then they start talking, they see your stuff on posts and then they start talking Thrive. So I just wanted to clarify that. Like when we
And
say we're in Messenger, we're not just talking
more
about Thrive.
more than that though, when you are interacting with people or reaching out or responding to stories, I want you to respond to that person's story like it was your best freaking friend who posted it. I will respond to people the way I would respond to Amber. Because Amber will post something and I'm like, girl, what? Like, I will respond. I want them to feel like they're talking to their best. I'm not like prim and proper. That's not how I am. I use emojis. I say LOL, LOL, LOL in big caps letters, like it's something super funny. And that's just so I will talk to them like I've known them my entire life because you can smell commission breath from a mile away. You really can. I can always tell when someone's messaging me because they want to say, "Hi, how are you today? Great to connect. What brought you to my page?" And I'm like, "Ew." Like, no. And so just be yourself when you are talking to people. I'm going to read you two messages that I sent out today following up. And this is when I say be yourself. Okay. This one girl I messaged on Snapchat because she's never on Facebook. And so and this is what I'm personally doing. I'm closing in, I think I'm like one customer away from Tony's Cab 10 and 12K lifestyle bonus. And I'm two customers away from my Cab 20 and 80K lifestyle bonus. Okay. And like I'm locking those suckers in. And so I'm matching. Go ahead, Amber. I see you unmuted.
I just want everybody to know she's on a mission. Like she's not like, well, I mean, if those extra customer orders happen, they
No.
happen. She's
And
on a mission.
and I have customer orders that are set to go through tomorrow that honestly I'm pretty sure like as long as none of them decline, I'll hit it. But I don't care because people's cards still can decline. You never know. Somebody can ghost you after 6 months. Someone's card can decline. Someone can go, oh, I want to return that. Like you just never know. So I'm not banking on anybody's auto ships. Like if I have to get 20 new customers for 20K, I'm getting 20 new customers. Like that's how it's gonna work. Okay. So this girl I messaged on Snapchat. I said, hey, beautiful, figured this was probably the best way to reach you, LOL. I wanted to message you and let you know that all orders of $150 right now, I'm giving $100 off. If there's anything you're wanting or needing. I'm really close to hitting a personal goal as well, so this would mean the world to me if you could think of anything that you wanted. I appreciate you as always. Let me know.
Is she a customer already?
Yes, so that's a
Okay.
customer already. Yep. One girl, she was actually an old 12K. And she is a customer of mine now. So I reached out to her and I said, listen, you've already been in the business, so I know you know how it works. I'm not going to sugarcoat it on you, but I'm really close to a goal. So if you were wanting to restock your stuff, let me know. I'd love to give you some credits off any order of $150 or more. I'm telling her, like, I'm close to a goal, okay? I'm following up with people. If they're new customers, I'm matching that $50 off in credits, but I'm not like messaging them like, hey, are you interested? Just reaching out to see if you wanted to still order. Like I'm being myself. Hey, I'm close to a goal. I'd love to help you help me. Like that girl was a promoter and I'm like, I'm not gonna BS her. She knows how it works. She was at 12K. Like, look, I'm trying to get my cab, girl. Let me help you help me. And she's gonna order on Thursday. And so follow up and reach out. Some things that I'm doing specifically for my VIPs that have really been working for me and for my cabs also. Number one, I talk in my stories every single day. I'm getting my face in there. It's normally first thing in the morning when I am making up my shake. So I'll post in the morning a grab photo. If you don't know what a grab photo is, basically it's just something that captures attention. Not on Instagram, but on Facebook, you can see people's previews of their stories up top, right? And so if the first thing in your story is your capsules or your shake, no one's going to click on it. They're like, oh, a product. No one's clicking on that, okay? I'll post a picture of me at Elevate, me with my girlfriends, me and Amber on the beach, me in a bathing suit, me at the gala with my husband. I'm posting something that people are going to be like, what is, like, they're going to click on the page. Yes. Oh my gosh. This man just brought me a steak. Thank you.
That's a good man.
I know. Anyways, so I'll post my grab photo. And then I will go into my capsules and I will talk in my story and literally about anything. I'm like, this is what I'm mixing up this morning. Here's my flavor combo I'm making with my peptides. But then I'll talk. Like, we got co-op today. We're going to the museum. I had a bad dream last night. Like, I'm like literally, and people will respond to that. Oh, this is what your dream meant. Or, oh, I didn't know you homeschooled. Like, people just want to respond to conversation, right? And so I'm talking in my stories every single day. You can create a sale. I'm not saying don't run with the $50 promo. It's great. We love $50 off, but how can we make it creative, right? Buy one, get one free balance, or, buy one, get one free, a $50 product. Because zero BB, a free order pays no money. A free order pays no money, okay? And then you're also getting the credit match. So buy one, get one free, activate. They spend 50, they got 50 off their second box. You got $50 in credits. You're still getting paid on their one box to activate they bought, right? Buy one, get one free. Or you could do buy two, get one, right? If you're going for cab, buy two, activate, get one free. You could offer a free plus line with the GLP pack, or hey, if you grab the GLP, I'll throw in the activation strips. Like, get creative with it. You could go into ChatGPT and ask like for some ways to like word sales and create sales and do verbiage. I mean, obviously we're using those $50 credits, for each one of those sales, but change it up every day. How can you change it up so they go, oh, like I missed that one yesterday, but I want this one today, right? Because you never know what's going to speak to somebody. Follow up, search keywords in your messenger. So keywords that I personally use are nutritional gaps, energy, appetite control, 3 steps, those kinds of things. So you can go into your messenger, type in those words that you would say in those conversations. It's going to bring up everybody you've ever said that to. Now, yes, I obviously keep track of who I'm talking to. I have lists, but the fact of the matter is, I don't care if you're Amber or Maria Dillard, people fall through the cracks. Sometimes we talk to people, we tell ourselves we'll write their name down, and we forget. It happens. I can't tell you how many times I've searched these keywords in my messenger and I'm like, oh shoot, I totally forgot that person was even going to order. He said Thursday, now it's Sunday, and I forgot to follow up with them, right? So do that. And like I said, tell your people that you're close to a goal. You can also search your customers. And this is not going to help with VIPs, but it will help with cabs. You can search your customers and organize them by order date. They've not ordered this month. Incentivize with them with your credits. I can't say this enough. We get our credits because of customers. We need to make sure we're giving them back to our customers to continue making more credits, okay? So you can do that. Hang on, sorry, I lost myself. Be yourself. I don't know why I wrote that down, but be yourself. Thrive for free. Help your customers thrive for free. So I actually helped somebody order the Thrive experience. I had a new customer today, actually. She ordered HDS, or she wanted the HDS, and I threw in gummies for her to get to that 150, obviously, for cab. And I told her, I said, let's get you, getting this for free next month. She really wants the help with the hormonal support, but she's like, I just don't know if I can swing it every month. I said, girl, you can get this for free. Let me help you. Your 2 referrals, you can give them $100 off. I'm matching that $50 off. If you can't match that $50 off, reach up. Whether up means me, or up means Amber, or up means Angela, we are all willing, or Megan, we are all willing to help. You have to help others to help yourself, and we're more than willing to help you guys as well, okay? So reach up if you need to stack some credits, but help those customers thrive for free.
And you're going to get PPA credit match. So
You're gonna get PPA credit match,
So
and
you're
it's
getting
gonna
credits
grow.
tomorrow off of whatever PPA order today.
Yes, yes, 100%. So, if you give someone $50 and they still spend $50, you're getting that $50 in credits literally right back. So it's kind of a no-brainer there. If you talk about samples or you have somebody reach out about a sample, this is how I've enrolled a couple customers this month as well. I'll say, hey, like, look, I would love to get you a sample. It's $25 for 3 days worth of the product, or right now you can get a full month for $60. Like, also another no-brainer because I'm matching that $50 in credits. Do the reels, post the before and afters. I did a reel today talking. Okay, you see the ones on social media that a lot of leaders have, post and share, and they're good. I'm not hating on that at all. I do the same thing. I post my before and afters with the transitions, but don't be afraid to talk. Don't be afraid to get in there and just talk and go over the 3 steps or go over the GLP and say, hey, I've been getting a lot of questions on the difference between our GLP and the injections, and stay compliant. Okay, we're not making medical claims, but I'll say this triggers your body's own GLP hormone. This has, no nasty side effects. We do have clinical studies, right? So you can do that. I posted one this morning just talking. And I said, if you see me out here this summer with the utmost confidence, because I know I look good, don't say I didn't try to tell you, right? I
Can I
also
jump in on the real too
yeah,
thing?
yeah.
So when I like record myself, because I think I got kicked off lives for a little bit on accident, but I have seen like on like TikTok or whatever how they're like so sliced together when somebody is like presenting something, and I feel like I sometimes will use filler words. It takes forever. Like who's watching my actual like whole videos? If you like record yourself and then you just like cut little pieces like where you pause or you have those little fillers, it condenses your reels down so much so you can get all of what you want to say in like 2 minutes down to like 30, 45 seconds. People aren't going to want to always sit there for 2 minutes and watch that. So if you condense it that way, that's a big hack that I learned recently too, if you're not doing that already.
Yeah,
That
we
the
look.
split, the whatever, what's it called? Split.
You like split it, yeah, and then you
Yeah, I
can
think
Yeah,
it's split, then yeah.
yeah, and
yeah,
I
it
I do
is.
that. Go ahead.
It's the best thing ever because every little pause we make or whatever, and even like Carson for motocross, we're always like, dude, talking your stories. Your audience needs to hear you and see you. And he's like, oh, I hate it. But like it condenses all of his silences and it just and those little clips, whatever it
Yeah,
is, the little that makes the algorithm like people watch it.
I use
Yep.
that. So I am notorious for saying the word. Like if you took a shot every time I said the word you would die, literally, like RIP. And so I'll use that to crop out my filler words. Because fun fact, if you use less filler words, you actually appear more educated. So sometimes if you ever see me talking slow, it's because in my brain I'm like, don't say it, don't say it. So I'm like trying to talk slow so I don't say these filler words. But you can totally split it and shorten it that way. I love that. See, I just said it again. Dang it. I'm so bad at it. What else do I have? Oh, my collagen results. I'm telling every one of you right now, you have permission. Go to my Facebook page. Did you see those results, Amber? Okay. Go to my page and take my collagen results. I was literally bald, and the amount of conversations I've had with those results has been insane. The amount of people that I've had add the collagen peptides to their next order, the amount of people that I've had to cash out with the collagen. What I'm personally doing is 2 bags of collagen peptides, 2 bags of Pink Pro or Blue Pro. That equals 152. Perfect for CAB. I'm like, how can I make this work, right? Perfect for CAB. I'm like, you got your Pink Pro or your Blue Pro and your collagen peptides. Mix them together, grow your hair, thank me later. Go look at my results, y'all, and share them. I'm not like, share them, okay? Let's see. Cut me off anytime. I could talk forever about the business. About the business. Show up boldly. Amber messaged me the other day and she's like, is this post good? I said, I'm going to slap you. Come here. And she posted this post. She's like, I'm gonna throw up. I'm like, put your phone away. Like, just go live. It was a really good post about the business. You
I'm terrified talking money. Terrified. I'm terrified talking money. I've made a lot of money here, y'all, and I'm terrified. And Katie will be like, "Nope, go post it." Like that's why I ran it by her and it took me like 2 days to post it. And then I posted it and I texted her. I said, I'm gonna puke. And she's like, why? What's wrong? And I was like, I posted.
Like, now go leave your phone alone. Walk away. Go do yoga or something. But I'm so serious. So like anybody can get on the internet and go, I can help you make money. We need to be showing people and talking about it. You can make $800 in your first 14 days. If you ever see me share one of my girls' wins, share it. We're all on the same team, okay? This isn't the Amber show, the Katie show, the Megan show. We're all on the same team. If you, Belinda's on here. I'm gonna call her out. This girl every other day. Cap 5, Cap 10. She's about to Cap 20. VIP. I'm like, girl, if you ever see, yeah, literally, she's insane. I'm convinced she's a robot. I'm like, Belinda, slow down. Wait for me. But go share those. If you ever see me post, go to my page. I got about 50 of them from the last 72 hours. Okay, show people. I'm not just blowing smoke. It's not just talk. People are actually making money. People who have never seen success in this industry before are making money. Go show people that. Why are we not? You have no idea how many people pray for a change or pray for something to fall into their lap, and we are quite literally robbing them blind by not sharing. You have another woman's blessing on your back. Don't take that lightly. Don't take it like be bold. That's my thing. And I talked to Amber. I'm like, Amber, I need more help focusing on the customers because I'm all like, I'm Mr. Krabs. I'm like, money. Like, let me talk. It's like, I love talking about the business because it changed my life. It changed my finances. That's what sets me on fire for the business. So I had to like reprogram my brain to talk about customers when CAB came out. When CAB came out, I was only thriving for free, but I was rolling 40 promoters a month. All right.
Well, and I will say too, and jumping in because it's hard because yes, the money changed my life, right?
Yeah.
Like it did. The finances changed everything. But the product for me, that's it. That's why I made money because the product changed my life, got me off the floor from crying in my closet. I was ready to run away from home, like all the things, right? Like that I'm so product focused because of what it did physically and mentally for me that it's so hard to try to shape it and shift it. And so I learn from people like Katie and other people that talk money. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to go take this post and I'm going to make it me, right? Like M. Henning, Courtney Glazier, like they talk money really well. And so that is like, I'm going to learn and do better to make that where it rolls off my tongue.
Yeah. You have to find the balance of like both. You know, I was very promoter heavy. Like I would just be thriving for free under my account and my husband's account, like just thriving for free. But I would have a 12K in my waiting room every month, like at the end of the month. Like I was promoter, just like everywhere. And so I had to really kind of learn to balance it, but be bold about the business. If you are not sure about the business, no one else is going to be sure about the business, right? And just because you haven't earned your auto bonus yet doesn't mean that somebody else on your page isn't capable of earning theirs, right? Like, would it be fair for me to go, well, I haven't accepted a millionaire award yet, so I'm not going to talk about the business, but I might very well have my next Lavelle millionaire on my page right now. Like, why am I not talking about this? You know, so make sure that you're sharing that. $800 cash in your first 14 days, $1,000 4K bonus, your CAB bonuses. Not to mention the business is free to run. There's no fees, no auto ships, nothing like that. That is unheard of. It's the unicorn in the industry. Okay. 2 customers to thrive for free is crazy. I've seen companies have it where it's like you earn $50 after 5 customers. You can miss me with that all the way. I'll take my thrive for free after 2. Thank you very much. So make sure that you're sharing that how we're set apart as well. And on top of that, also make sure that while you're focusing on your VIPs, you're also focusing on your CAB and on your lifestyle bonuses. I didn't even know last month. Amber was like, I was talking to her about Tony's account, and I was like, yeah, I was like 6 out of 10 for CAB on Tony's. And she's like looking at everything, and she goes, but if you hit 10, you're going to earn his 12K lifestyle bonus. That's $1,200, like $1,250, right? Plus the 500 from CAB 10.
At first, she was like, no, I don't think I could hit 10. And then I was like, that's $1,200. What do you mean you can't hit 10?
Yeah.
And literally 10 minutes later, she was like, done. I was like,
I got it. It was like that night. Every 5 minutes, I'm like, VIP 1,600 done. Boom, my CAB 20 done. CAB 10 done. I didn't know because I was so focused on the VIPs and I was so focused on helping my girls that sometimes that can happen too, is we're focused, like people are coming in and we're new and we're excited, that we can kind of lose sight of what's right in front of us. And so Amber was like, ooh, Jackie. Yeah, same. So when it's right in front of us, we can sometimes overlook it because we're so distracted by other things. And so Amber was like, what do you mean you don't think you could do it? If you hit cap 10 on Tony, you get $500 and a $1,250 lifestyle bonus. So I'm like, you mean I could put 4 more orders in the system and get $1,700? I'm telling you, 20 minutes. My pinkies are about to fall off.
Well,
Okay.
and that's also why, and I wanted to kind of, we said we keep this to about 30, 40 minutes. We're at 41.
All
But
right.
I want to know, that's why it's good though to have a partner, accountability. You know, Katie has people in her team, but then she also has me. And like she'll text me, she'll be like, what would Amber do? Like, like when she's struggling with a scenario, you know, and I'm like, what would Katie do? I need to talk money. I don't know what to say. You know, like who is that person that's gonna help you, you know? Because I will tell you, when my husband tells me I need to talk money, I don't like it. I don't. When Katie tells me I need to talk money, I'm listening to her. Like, because when he tells me, I'm like, yeah, you don't understand, you know. And
Take
I'm
that,
like,
Jason.
but yes, Jackie knows I'm compliant. I don't, because I don't like to get in trouble, and so I got in trouble before. But no, I know how to not get in trouble. I just need that push. But anywho, all of this, I hope you're all taking notes. If there's anybody that would like to open up, Jackie, your compliance too, don't even. But talk, anybody that would like to share what's working this week, what's working right now. I know sometimes like we've been back home from Elevate now for over a week, and sometimes the excitement, the rah-rah, the everything wears off. And you know, maybe you're still running with a lot of oomph and go, or maybe you're like, hey, I've had to, you know, really nail down this, or this is working for me. Does anybody want to unmute and share? And Megan, feel free if you want to add anything to Katie's, if you want to open up while we're waiting for people to unmute, because people don't.
Sure. Just a couple things that popped up until somebody wants to say something is I talked about this in a previous Zoom, but buyer versus renter. Like I used to kind of just be a renter where I was like, okay, well, I just want to thrive for free. Like I'm just here. Like I wasn't really putting in like a lot of the work and everything. And then I started realizing like how with consistency and, you know, following up with people, it created a bunch of momentum. I became a buyer. So I am invested, right? I'm not just like hanging out. I'm here, there, like, this is my home. This is my house. Like I am invested in this. So you got to put in the work. You know, you want to be, you know, you want to put work into your lawn. You want to put work into, making your house better basically. So I always like to remind people buying versus renting. And then the other thing that popped up is stories. So pay attention to who's watching your stories. You can't always see who sees your post, right? Unless they like it, but your stories, you can see who's been watching. And if you haven't been interacting with them, find a way to get into their messenger. Cause I can't tell you how many times I've reached out to somebody who's been watching my stories and that just starts the conversation. I may reach out to them like, hey, I saw your kid had a soccer tournament this weekend. Like, you know, how they do or something, or, you know, I'm glad that you had a great date night. It looked like, you know, thanks for sharing that restaurant. And then that starts the conversation and they'll say, oh, you know, that now that I have you, I've been meaning to ask you about X, Y, Z. And a lot of times they start bringing up like, hey, I saw you post about energy or thrive or whatever. So that will just get the momentum going because those people that are watching you and continue to watch you, they're watching for a reason.
Well, and somebody said a long time ago, your stories, your viewers in your stories is your leads list. So when people are like, oh, I need a leads list, I need to know who to reach out to, that's your leads list right there, you know, and like you said, it, because what happens is people are scared to reach out. People are scared to ask. So once they feel comfortable in a conversation, and like Katie said, being a real person and just chatting, and you know, like you said, it's their date night, and maybe they went somewhere near, and I would be like, "Girl, that dessert looks amazing." Like, like I'm like, "Give me, was that good? That looks so good." You know, like I will talk about parts of their stories.
I feel like it's
Jackie.
also.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
sorry. Did Jackie want to unmute? Go ahead.
yeah.
I'm
I
sorry.
I got some big tips. Just this is basically what's been working for me and my girls, and it's been rolling, like absolutely rolling. I shared this morning on my Tuesday Empower Hour. But with this daily credit PPA, I hopped on a little late, so I don't know if you guys actually talked about this, but this daily PPA credit is huge. I don't know, is this for the whole summer or is it just for the rest of the month of March? Do you know? She's gonna look.
I'm gonna
Anyways,
look, you
so
keep talking.
I have a girl on my team that is just balls to the walls, and she's like, I'm getting rid of these credits every single day. I do not want to end the day with any of these credits. I'm gonna get them out into people's hands, and I'm telling them I'm giving them away. Like you take them, you know what I mean? Like obviously, if you can get them to take a little bit, great. But either way, she's trying to end the day with zero credits because at 10 or at 9 p.m., I'm on the Pacific time, right? But at the end of the day, you're going to get reloaded with more credits for new PPA customers. So she's doing that to get new customers, right? There's that part. Not only that, the VIPs, like pushing it out to your personally enrolled promoters so that they can get their VIPs so that you can get your VIPs, right? And I mean, you've seen a lot of leaders and people, and it's funny because Amber and I've been taking screenshots of my credits that I'm getting every day, showing it to people like, hey, look at how crazy this company is like literally drowning us in credits. I'm giving them all away now. Like, please message me now. And like as you have new people coming in, they're starting to look at their checks. They're like, how much am I going to make on Tuesday? And sometimes the weekly check right now, because there's so much credits, they're a little bit smaller. But the bonuses, we're getting paid a lot in bonuses. But I want you guys to think of this, okay? Like Jason Camper told us, like, do not take the summer off. We're going to have a lot of credits coming into our business, yes. But think about what happens when these credits go away in, April, May, and June, right? We have them for that time, but as soon as they go away and they drop a sale that's not going to allow credits, you guys are going to see your paychecks skyrocket because they're not allowed to use credits. But you've already brought these customers in. They're already loving the products, and that's the thing. You want to get Thrive into their bodies, right? So I literally thought about this yesterday and I'm like, man, they're doing all these credits like love and hate. And I'm like, no, there's a bigger picture because when July rolls around and we have a really big sale that does not allow credits, our checks are going to go like bonkers, right? So I want you guys to really focus on that and just see who you can help, see how many people you can help thrive for free. Try to get your personally enrolled people, right? Your promoters to VIP so that you'll get the credit reloads and just keep on duplicating that. Like literally just keep on duplicating that. Get your people who are currently like, they're promoters, get them all their belief checks all over again, right? We have a couple days. We have until the 29th for people to lock in their VIP resets. And I just told the whole team, I'm like, go lock yourself in a VIP 400 because that's going to give you confidence to go do it all over again, right? We have round, you know, April, May, June, where you're going to have these VIPs like take massive action with it. Because if you run with it, you will be in a completely different situation in the next 90 days.
Absolutely. And yes, okay, the QV, double QV on promoter packs and the PPA, 100% PPA match is through the end of March. The VIP resets and credit match and all of those things and credit match on resets is through the summer. And so that is something else. I want to end with that. Thank you so much, Jackie. I want to end with this. Those of you hitting your VIP resets or hitting your VIPs or whatever, do not go hit your VIPs and grab this cash and grab these credits and then forget about your VIP reports. You better be in those reports. You better be looking at those new people, those people that came on and helped you hit a bonus. Even if they're like, oh, just doing it as a favor, or oh no, she doesn't really want to promote. She just did it as a favor. No, you still introduce her to your upline. You still say, hey, I know that you just grabbed this at a deal, and hey, I'll say Katie, right? For example, be like, I just wanted you to meet my friend Katie so that you have a connection in case you have any other questions and I'm not available. Like something simple like that. So they're still seeing how simple it is, and then, because then what's going to happen? Katie's going to just, hey, and introduce herself really fast. She's going to share a quick little story and then be like, hey, I know you're doing that. You did this as a favor to, let's say Jackie, right? You did this as a favor to Jackie, but just want to make sure you know how much money is on the table and that with two friends ordering, you could grab $200+ by Tuesday. So that don't, I'm just saying, do not count them out. Y'all, when I started this, I accidentally signed up as a promoter. I ordered because I was desperate to feel better. And I said, I don't want anything to do with the business. I'm not gonna do that side of it, but thanks. Hi. I hit my VIP 800 in my first 2 weeks, right after I said I wasn't going to do this business. And then look what's happened since. So I really want y'all to hear me on that. You better be in your VIP reports. You better be helping those people in your VIP reports, whether it's grabbing a new customer or just thriving for free or whatever it is. Connect them and help them. Okay, that's all I have. Katie, you want to add to that?
Yeah, I don't remember the exact conversation because I'm squirrely brained, but about people are scared to reach out. You and Megan were talking about people being scared to reach out. Use call to actions. Like, I'm gonna shake people sometimes, and I'm like, that post was so good, but there's no call to action at the end. Use the call to action.
Still targeted.
Well, if the shoe fits, no, I'm just kidding. But seriously, like use the call to action because sometimes and the best example I could give you is like when you're scrolling on Instagram and it's like, send this to your bestie, save this for later, tag 3 friends that need to see this. And what happens? Everyone is sending it to their bestie. Everyone's tagging their friends. Everyone's sharing the post because they're being told to do. Like they're being told. So tell people to message you. If you want to earn an $800 bonus in the next 14 days, message me. I'd love to help you. If eliminating your car payment is something that you'd like to do, then I'd like to help you. Let's do it together. Shoot me a message and let's get you started. Call to action. If you're sick and tired of being sick and tired like I was, I have a discount code that I would love to share with you. Shoot me a message and I can help you set up a cart. Tell people to message you. Tell them. And I guarantee you'll notice people are reaching out more.
Mic drop. Okay, we're gonna end at that. And then, hey, Katie, I want you to make a post in Thrive Stars and just drop some of the verbiage that you just said, some of the call to actions, just because we're all going to be watching this on repeat, but that those words need to be printed. So thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Let's close out March. I cannot wait to see you again next Tuesday, and I cannot wait between now and Sunday to continue to congratulate you and the shout outs and all the things. Thanks, y'all. Thank you, Megan.